Hello?
Hello.
Hello? How are we doing?
That was so funny because while that video was playing, I was like doing a wee dance to it, and then I looked over and I realised it says only the host can see you, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, it mutes when that little timer ticker thing comes up, it mutes your mics and all that just so that you've just got like breathing space just before it starts, before it all
Alright.
kicks off. Right, well, we have a new panelist. I guess first things first, because there's a few things we need to do. There's a few things we want to, like housekeeping, because we've not been here for a while. But first things first, we've got a new juror. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Kat. You may remember me from the Edinburgh. There was like 3 shows that I did at the Edinburgh Fringe, one of which where I basically just got into an argument. Where I'm fairly sure we were talking to the person who sent the thing in, the song in, and then I insulted it, and suddenly, oh, get back in the kitchen.
Do you know that person never came back in on any of the other shows after that? Never came back.
Good.
That's funny.
But yes, so I'm here to be brutally honest and cause trouble, because that's what I do best.
I don't believe it for a minute. I don't believe it. Right, so there's a couple of things I should have told you before we went live, Kat.
Okay.
If you need to contact either of us, there's a private chat thing at the bottom. You click on that, you can type on that, and you'll see the comments coming across the screen. I don't know if you see the chat coming in before it hits the screen. I do. So I don't think it matters. I was going to explain to you what the paired thing meant, but I don't think that matters because I don't think you can see that anyway, right? I'm but I thought I should have told you about the private chat beforehand. Not that I'm expecting you to need to say anything, but if you need to say something and you don't want everyone to hear it, you can message in the private chat. There we go. Boo.
Yeah,
There we are.
there you go.
So I just read it out, so it wasn't very much point in it.
It wasn't very private, was it?
Yeah, I won't do that again. Big Mouth Helen. Okay, so another little thing that I want to mention before we actually get into it and start listening to the tracks is that because of the new DJ rules on Twitch, I've had to set up another Twitch account, an additional Twitch account. So if anyone currently follows my Leggy Lady 01, which I've been Leggy teeth back in. I've been Leggy Lady 01 since Periscope about 8 years ago. Right, so that's what everybody knows me as, but I've had to set up an additional account. So if you follow Radio Leggy, that's where I'll be if I'm recording my radio show or if I'm doing the music documentaries. Anything that requires me to play copyrighted music, it'll be done on Radio Leggy. So if you enjoy watching me recording the radio show, you'll have to follow the other account. So I'm just giving you all the heads up because I can't do that on my old one. Right, what are these comments coming in that are saying, okay, I already know it must be late or early for one lady since she must be from the UK or Australia. Get on, mate.
Hey, buddy, what's up, man?
Have a drink of water, mate.
Oh no,
yes, they are from the UK, so he's Irish. So, are you Irish or what are you?
We're both Scottish, Jeeves.
No. I'm talking to him.
Yeah, but don't be saying we're from the UK. Come the fuck on. You know better than that.
Oh, Scotland. Sorry, Scottish.
Technically correct.
He's a Scottish. Sorry, or German. He's German. So yeah.
Guten Abend. So you're an hour ahead of us. So it's even later there.
Yes, it's
Scottish.
Almost 1 a.m. in Germany.
Bedtime.
Well, welcome in. We are going to.
It's welcome.
All I know is because I'm tight. Bless you.
I don't. My German is so rusty. I can give directions. I can say like gehen Sie geradeaus und erster links.
I don't know anything, but that sounded no bad.
And I can say hat kein Hoden or Hoden.
Hat kein Hoden.
Which basically means he has no balls. So,
Perfect. I love it.
Let's bash on.
Sorry, travel buddy, for our horrendous attempts at German.
German, not good.
You asked a polite question, and we ridiculed. No,
Yep.
I'll
tell you one thing about the Germans, though. The Germans have got good taste in music.
Yes.
Well, he's here for the music.
There's a lot of stuff that hits it big in Germany that doesn't see the light of day here, but actually, should be better known. Anywho, right, we've got the emails opened. Shall we crack on?
Yes.
Yes, we can crack.
Do you know what I was thinking? I was watching back some of the old replays from over the course of the 2 years. And what we used to do is we used to go into the email, play the song, give our opinion, and then go back. No, we didn't give our opinion first. We used to play the music, listen to the song, and then read the email. And I think we should go back to that, because I think reading the email first kind of like sort of clouds your own kind of thoughts on what it is you're listening to. So I think we should go back to that. I think we should go straight in, listen to it, and then maybe even give our opinions and then go back and read the email. I think we'll go back to that format. So I'm just giving you the heads up, and G's will be like, what the fuck's going on? But I think we should go back to what we were doing before. Working security tonight. Now I want to pop. Thank you, Glick. It's lovely to see you, as always, in the comments.
Hi, Glick.
Glick should remember Cat from the Fringe. He was around in the audience during the Fringy Fringe. Right.
In the chat.
So, okay. There are a lot of things that we haven't. I mean, there's lots.
Your Canva invoice, for example.
I know, I'm in the wrong.
Sharing your business.
How can you read that? I was meant to be in the starred thing.
I told you, words cause trouble.
You've obviously got very good eyesight.
Okay. Sinatra's, he's back.
Right, well, we want to listen to that one then.
Is that not the same one that we did on?
I think it'll be a different song. I don't think it'll be the same song, but you're right. Someone from, it says Trash Can Sinatra's News. John Douglas, I think that was the same person.
Yeah, right.
God. Right, do you know what? There is one I do want to play, and I didn't want to play this one first, but fuck it, I'm going to go straight in and play this one first. This was actually sent to me by the boss at the radio station, and I know what it is, but I'm going to play it anyway, right? Tell me what you think of this. Let me know if we've got sound.
And just as my eyes start seeing after all the pain, the twist in my life starts healing, just to twist again. In stillness, in sorrow, returns that softly sighing lament. Returns that softly sighing lament. Lament.
Right, who wants to go first?
I can go first.
You go first then, Jeeves.
All right, I actually like this. This is very like mellow. Like just sit back and just relax and listen to this. But I feel like this was very amateur kind of recording. Like he did it really live because I can hear mistakes that he made on the keyboard, like the pianos and stuff. Um, and I get what he's trying to do, but I think his mixing and everything is wrong. Maybe get an engineer or something because I couldn't hear the vocals. First of all, it was so buried, and I understand where he's going with that spatial kind of, the audio. And I've heard music like this, and it's been mixed way better. This has not been mixed as well. First of all, I'm an engineer, so I listen to that too as I listen to music myself, see how they mixed it and stuff. And this sounds very, very raw. Yeah, I like the synth and everything that he was doing and stuff, and this is very raw. And yeah, it seems like he hasn't done a lot of editing to it either, because you can hear some of the mistakes and his transitions and stuff around it. But I get the idea of what he's trying to do, and I really like it. If he would get somebody to mix this properly and play it right and edit it proper, I think this would come out as a good. I would listen to this again if he did it proper. But overall, I liked it. I enjoyed it, really. It like
Uh,
kind of like put me in a mellow monotone, feel to it. So yeah,
Is
and
that
that's me.
you?
That's me.
Hello, Chris Technician. Right, Kat, what did you think?
Yeah, I totally agree with certainly the editing thing. I was going to say it's like a first draft, because there is, you can hear like right away, you can hear like inexperience, I guess, and it's almost like like say it's an Ableton track or whatever. It's like the like it just dips off too soon. The intensity just comes and goes. Like there isn't enough ebb and flow to the way that it's been produced, and then it's very like almost basic instrumentation. I think I think it and by instrumentation I mean like as in the selected instrument that they've chose to create the sound with. So I think it gives it a very old style sound, and I think this is where you're like towing the line between um like being influenced by the past and just repeating the past, because I totally felt at first I was thinking it was like kind of had a Lost Boys sort of the main theme from that energy, which I really liked. Like I did actually really like the song. Could have been 2 minutes shorter, but I did really like the song. um but yeah, like a Lost Boys type thing, and then it sort of twisted into like a kind of 90s take that thing for a little bit,
Take
and
that.
then there's like almost like the era of like, you know, Return to Innocence by Enigma, like that sort of era of chill out relaxation music. Like it started to get that into it, and I just kept laughing because he kept just going lament. And it just I literally wrote down lament. That's kind of my 2 cents.
It's interesting that you picked up on a couple of things there that, yeah, okay, so this actually is a remix by Moby.
Right.
So the two of you are sitting there saying amateurish. I'm like, whoa, okay, it's fucking Moby, right? Who's a legend. And it's a remix of an Ultravox track from 1984 because it's the 40th anniversary of the Lament album this year. So it's been a remix for the 40th anniversary that's going out on the deluxe edition of the LPs that are being. So when you're saying it's been amateurishly put together, it's fucking Chrysalis that are behind it, right? So I'm sitting there going, okay, that's not what I'm hearing. Now, I'll be honest. Full disclosure, I wasn't listening to this blind. I had heard it before. And it's the first time I've ever done that on Jukebox Jury. But the boss at the station sent it to me, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to let on that I've already heard it elsewhere because it was sent to me regardless. Every single time I've heard the track, I've cried. I've been driving around in the car, and every single time it's made me weep. Now, I'm a massive Ultravox fan. I also happen to like Moby as well. It has a completely different vibe to the original track. Lament, and the video for it, the whole Lament album was written up in the Isle of Skye. Ultravox took themselves off up there and wrote it up there. It does have that kind of lilting Highlands, very electronic. You picked up now. The original track isn't so repetitive in that way. Obviously, that's his remix, right?
Yeah.
It's interesting. You were saying it sounds like a heart to the past. 1984, they were using PPG waves. They were using those were the
fair enough.
Right. When you said that, I'm like, okay, she's actually hit the nail there because Lost Boys was 84 or 85, I think. So it's the same kind of era. So it's interesting you picked up on that. And then when you said 90s, I thought you were going to say 90s dance Moby, and then you said take that, and I'm like, okay, that's through me.
It was that like Enigma era was at the same time. Like
I'm really surprised that nobody picked up on Moby because it is so him. It's you can his chord progressions are so signature. I'm really surprised. I actually was waiting for one of you to say it sounds like Moby.
I haven't listened to Moby like much since so Moby is very much was around when I was a kid, like I was
little because I'm significantly older than you.
So, but the thing is, I have an awareness of the music, and when you say that it's Moby, I'm like, yes, because it has that almost like tick, 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 tick thing to it, like in the rhythm. That is very Moby as well. But yeah, and so like, because that's the funny thing is, I'm like, this sounds like it's someone who's an amateur, is underdeveloped. If it was now. If it was like a more modern track.
Well, it is now. Obviously, he's remixed an older track, but it's you know it's.
But it is old school.
Literally, it's old school, but it's literally just been released.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, really? Yeah. That remix version of that?
Yes, it's for the 40th anniversary, which is this year. It's just been released, like last week.
Oh, okay. But when was this actually recorded? I never heard this before, so that's why I'm asking.
The original track was from 1984, from the Lament album. That's why it's
okay. I can understand why it was an
40th anniversary. Yeah. Hello, Scottish TV Gold.
Because back then we had to record on tape, and sometimes you have delay on that tape and things like that, and you can't go in there and precisely.
Right, but they have all the original master tapes, Jeeves, and they've all been digitized over the years.
Yeah, I know.
You know
that's
what I mean?
Like maybe they just kept it the way.
And you know,
Moby could have done it the old school way.
Do you know what I mean? Well, Moby's got a bank. If you look at his studio, he's got a bank of like analog synthesizers, all the old original stuff. Like he's not sitting using soft synths and like plugins. He's using your original analog. Stuff.
This woman really loves Moby.
Actually, I really love Ultravox more than Moby. Although Moby's more famous than Ultravox, I'm a massive Ultravox were my first musical love, right? So I don't know for whatever reason this version is so much more sad.
Oh, yeah, it's very
than
sad.
the original. Like I say, every time I've listened to it, I've cried. I'm feeling a little bit weepy now, but not to the same extent as, I mean, I've been driving around the car. I drove my kid back. I was Stirling, and I just wept on the motorway the whole way, just listening, because I played it over and I played it over and I played it over and I cried some more and I played it over.
You
Like, I
didn't
love
just
it.
you
I
didn't
really
just
like it.
listen to this song
No.
in advance. You like
I've
hyper
properly,
fixated.
and I've properly analysed it as well. So when you are saying it sounds like this and it sounds like, or Jeeves in particular, I'm like, that's not what I hear at all. And it sounds totally different when you've got headphones on to when you're listening to it in the car to when you're listening to it on your phone. Like, it sounds kind of tinny, obviously, if you're listening to it on the phone, but there's so much more to discover, so much more to hear.
There is a lot like in it. Like, these are good headphones.
I've got a pair of Yamaha monitors in front of me. That's why I'm not wearing headphones, because I've got my monitors sitting there, and you can hear so much more than you do, say, even with your little, like your little in-ears on from your phone or whatever.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to hear. But that really, like, I was trying to not laugh when Jeeves said amateurish, because I'm like, it's fucking Moby.
I never heard this before, so I don't.
It's a major record label that's
But I
I've never heard this, but
why.
when you critically listen to it and this thing, you find all the mistakes and whatever, even though the
I don't
music
hear
has gone.
any mistakes, Jeeves. I don't hear any mistakes.
I do. Sorry.
I didn't hear any like instrumental mistakes. I just felt like it had some
Like
sort
the transitions, that's all.
Yeah, like the transitions of some of the notations.
Like they cut off there and then they started on like an half a beat, or
Yeah,
but it is a remix.
like the piano.
It's not the original track.
That does, that is part of it, is because it's.
I didn't know that. That's why I'm just going off of what I've heard, because I never heard this track.
Helen is cheated.
But I do like it.
Well,
don't get me wrong. I like it.
I want you just to hear it.
Now go back and listen.
I want you to know if it would be rated a hit or a miss.
Oh, it's still totally a good song.
I would give it a hit.
Yeah, it's definitely a hit.
I still like it. I
do think it could be, say, 2.5 minutes instead of 3.
Yeah, because it is, like, I think it's like 4:42 or something.
Isn't that the album version?
Yeah, but I feel like remix.
No, it's a remix. It's a remix. It's not being released as a single.
Unless there be.
Like I say, the whole album is being re-released as a deluxe edition album.
Oh yeah, so all the songs are
additional tracks on it, and one of them is that remix by Moby.
Yes.
It won't go on the YouTube. It won't get released in the charts. It won't be released as a single, to my knowledge. It'll just be put on the. But you know how this, they do the package, do like a box with like additional vinyls in it and stuff.
Yeah, and they do a bonus tracks and stuff.
They've sent it to you, so they must be trying to like put it out there.
Well, the station sent it to me, so I don't know. Maybe it was sent to the station. Don't know.
Could be.
But anyway. So, what did we think? And I forgot to say to you, make sure you've got a sign that says hit or miss.
Oh, yeah. Hang on.
And I don't have mine. I'm going to have to use my wee disc, because I've lost
your disc.
I've lost my paper one that I've had here for 2 years. I've got too many bits of paper.
I'm trying to find something.
You just find yourself a colouring pen or something. We'll just talk amongst ourselves while you make yourself a sign.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
I got the digital one.
Right.
Was it a back scratcher?
That's a miss. It's a laptop stand.
Oh, let's see what you've done. It's a tick and a cross. Okay, that's witty. That's funny.
So a tick. Okay.
So it's a
tick means it's a hit. Okay, there we go.
Well, it's a hit all round. Congratulations, Moby and Ultravox.
I feel like they maybe had a bit of a step up.
Maybe.
I did not even know that in that critical. I feel bad now. Don't get me. I'm sorry.
I know. I'd be running.
I'm just disappointed in you, Jeeves. Disappointed. Right. Let's go back to the emails.
Oh, team in the comments. Travel buddy, Chris Technician.
God, sorry, I've missed all the
Scottish TV Gold. What were your opinions on this?
Nobody said anything about. Everybody's worried. Everybody's scared, to be honest, because they know that I'm a big Ultravox fan.
I'm scared to be honest because they're scared.
Okay,
you don't like it, don't like it.
It's okay to just have an opinion. That's okay. Loads of people. Listen, I was relentlessly bullied for years as a kid because I liked Ultravox. I can handle it. If you don't like, it's fine. It's okay.
It's okay. I grew up in a rock scene and I love Styx, so I understand. It's the same thing, you know.
Nobody's got any comments. I'll find my emails while you consider your comments.
They
Consider
just
your
wanted to
comment.
talk about their holidays and the new iPhone they got today. I'm pleased for you guys. It's great.
I know,
Thanks for
right?
sharing.
Hi, Vicky Hilker.
Hi, Vicky.
Enjoyed the festival shows.
Vicky.
That was there for last show, but none of my comments were coming through. Oh, damn.
Oh, really?
I wish
Is
I was
now.
on the last one. I was not on the last one. I was on the second last one, I think.
Yeah,
You're
the
on the
last
second
one
last-
was in
you're on the- You're on,
French,
yeah,
right?
you were on the second last one, and Rachel Krieger was meant to be coming on the last one, but she was unwell, so she missed it. She kind of she said that. She said, I feel like the end of my fringes just fizzled out. It went.
That sucks. We want the big
It was
bang.
a bit rotten. Okay, God. See, there's so many from the same people, like Shauna McLaren, and look at all of these. Caroline Park.
Scottish
That looks-
TV Gold, what did you think of that last song? Was it a hit or a miss? I want somebody in the comments to answer. That's the truth.
like
But
I
it's
said,
obviously a hit because the
like I
three
said,
of
they're
us-
scared to say, but it's okay to. Honestly, it's genuinely okay to have a different opinion. We very seldom ever agree on something being a hit all round. Actually, we don't normally get that. We usually have at least one person that's like, "Nah, this is shit."
devil's advocate.
So, you know what I mean?
Yep.
All right. Well, we're not. I don't think anybody's going to make a decision in the cheap
No.
seats. So let's
We
just
have.
find.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go to
let's just find
next.
a. Okay. So, I saw one there that looked like it came from an actual person, like an actual artist, and I've lost it. Where was it? I saw it and I thought, well, that looks like it's from Caroline Park. I think we've played her stuff on the thing before. That name seems familiar. Right, I think we should have a little look at your trash can Sinatras that you saw,
Oh yeah.
right, and see what's happening with that. Although I think it's the same.
If it's the same track,
I don't think it'll be the same track, but it's definitely the same dude because that's his face, right?
I keep seeing him everywhere now. Honestly, since then.
That's funny. Right, we'll maybe skip that then. There's new promo Eddie Mole again. Eddie Mole. I feel like these names are all the same names. Like I'm
That
sure
sounds
we already.
delicious. Derek Sandwich and the Intelligent Chicken by Eddie Mole. That's delicious.
Yeah.
Do you want? Well, we just
Intelligent
split it.
chicken.
See, it's how you've. See, it's how you.
Quite
Let's
hungry.
Is that a chicken butt? Oh, what the heck?
See that this shit pisses me off. Thank you for playing. Your airplay has been noted. However, we'd love to hear. You've got to fill out a form. Can you see that? Oh, it hasn't. Wait a minute. It hasn't.
Can't
jumped
see
ahead.
it, but
All right, let me share it over. That's pissed me off.
that's
See, it's really-
infuriating.
Look, I've got to fill out all this shit.
Just to
Oh my
play the
god!
song?
I
No,
don't
thanks.
think so. I think we'll forget
Dating
that.
time of broadcast.
They just fucked themselves for getting it played. Sorry. This is why. Okay, I'm going to do. I'm sorry. I need to have a rant. Okay. Rant alert.
Right.
If you are a musician and you make music, send it yourself. Don't send it through a PR company. Don't get them to write a big fucking 10-page email with a whole load of shit and then get you to fill out a form to play the fucking track. Just send an email, a couple of sentences on it, and attach the file. Ran over. Okay, that's me. I say this every fucking show.
I know.
It's the
Every
same
show.
shit every
Probably
time.
because all the big, like, it's like, and I bet you, like, if you want to get on Capital or something, you have to, like, send a 20-page dossier, like, to get it approved, like, proof that you've never said anything racist or that you're willing to sacrifice your life in exchange for radio play.
Well, I just found a different thing to click on that's gave me the track.
All right, now we've
So I don't know what that was
Eddie
all
Molly.
I don't know what that was all about after me saying, nah, fuck that, we're not doing it. I found another little thing, a tiny little one underneath the big one that says click here, and you click on it and it's like
I guess unfuck that. Let's hear it.
let me know if we've got sound.
Yes.
What's in Derek's sandwich? It looks really good. In fact, it looks delicious. Top class food. It's It's making me hungry. A real tasty treat. I wonder what's in it. Is it veggie or meat? Or maybe it's salad. Or maybe it's corn. Or something with beans to avoid animal harm. Or maybe it's chicken. Hey, that's probably it. With a bit of hot sauce to spice it up a bit. And thinking of chicken, it makes me feel bad. The plight of the chicken is terribly sad. And in terms of intellect, hey, a chicken ranks low. It's maybe about that of a turkey, or maybe slightly below. A tasty, tasty treat. Just the thing I'd like to eat. Imagine. Imagine Einstein the chicken. Standing alone in the head run. Doing all that thinking. Problem solver. An intelligent chicken. What a horrible fate. Just all pecking at corn. Just to end up on a plate. Intelligent chicken has no hands, only legs. Can't ask for help. It's just forced to lay eggs. The intelligent chicken, as far as I can tell, hey, that's a fate worse than death, or a life close to hell. Rest in peace, dead bird.
Right. You first then, Kat.
What a vibe! I was like, see, for the first like minute and a half, I was like, oh, this is just going to be the same thing all the way through. But it was like the words were funny, so I was like really enjoying it. But then it just like totally changed up. But like was also still super simple. It was like an incredibly simple but much more silly lyrical kind of Steve Vai almost vibe of thing. I honestly, I love that. That was so good. It was so funny. Exactly, Becky. I can't stop laughing. It's just so stupid.
It was like we all went, huh?
It was really fun as well. Like I was pointing. I don't know if you could hear me, but I was saying like I was pointing where the guitar was playing
coming
in my
from.
headphones. And it was
Right.
just like running about the back, and it was just really enjoyable. There was like an extra creative element to it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that was fun.
Yeah. Is that you,
That'll do, yeah.
Steve?
Oh, I loved it. I was cracking up and enjoying and dancing. The lyric was funny as heck. I loved it. Kudos to him. I could really tell that he's a great musician for sure because that guitar lick was pretty cool, and the way he did that with the round and everything. Yeah, musically, besides the lyrics and stuff, I think it was really put together. It was really nice. That weird little sound that he was doing, that was cool. That made me. At first, when it came on, I was like, "Whoa, where is this going?" And then when the lyrics came and everything came in, I was like, this is actually pretty cool." I was actually grooving to that. And then the lyrics came and I was like, "Oh my god, this is funny as heck." So I really enjoyed it. This, like, he did a good job. Awesome. Awesome, intelligent chicken. Yeah.
I think it was the squeezing in of the word corn somewhere in there that got me. I was like, you'd already said, is it veggie? And then, is it corn? Is like, is that not a tautology? Are not they both the same thing?
Yeah, it's like maybe something beans, corn, maybe something that doesn't harm animals. Like,
And of course, when you say beans, you automatically think baked beans. You're like, ew, in a sandwich. Like, who does that? No, that was funny.
totally silly.
Um,
I think it was musically quite simple, but like had nice. It was
there was
well
there was like a synthy bass thing all the way through it,
crunch
which was
bass.
cool. There was a like a click, like a not a click, but like a, it's hard to explain it, like a percussion sound all the way through it as well, which was kind of subtle in the mix, but kind of added an element of comedy to it. Like it was kind of like, like I was waiting for like a doing, doing, doing somewhere along. But do you know what I mean? Like you.
Wee splashes, yeah, that fit in with the lines. They're good.
I'm kind of conflicted because obviously this has been sent out by a PR company to radio stations or radio presenters who have to fill out a form.
True.
Right? Which all makes it seem like this person's taking themselves very seriously.
That's a good point.
And then you hear the fucking song and you're like, you're taking the piss, mate.
But, Weird Al gets played on the radio. Like,
I'd be interested to find out how much radio play it's had. I don't think anybody's going to go through the effort. I quite enjoyed it, but it was like obviously in the vein of like comedy songs. Like I enjoyed it in the same way that I enjoyed like the Bricklayer song by the Corries or like Big Banana Feet by Billy Connolly. Like, do you know what I mean? Like obviously like a skit, like a comedy, like a piss take song.
Yeah.
It was well crafted.
But these songs, like, they last for a year. Like, Witch
Oh
Doctor,
yeah,
that's like a comedy
I
song.
wasn't expecting it to be like with the whole rigmarole of filling out a form and all that kind of shit. I was expecting a legit, an actual song.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? And it's like, it's a comedy. It's a comedy song. That's what it is. Yep. I'm trying to think of other examples of it. The first thing that comes to mind is the Corries, the Bricklayer song, but there are other comedy songs. Do you know what I mean? Songs that are
hundreds.
Just make sure next time
Victoria Wood did hundreds of them. I don't know. Anyway,
they'll end up becoming like in kids' records, and then
should we maybe read that now that we've given our thoughts on it? Should we maybe read the email?
Yeah, and
see what it says.
I'm so curious now.
An audience, is it a hit for you guys?
Well, we haven't voted if it's a hit or a miss yet either, so let's read it. Let's read the.
Oh yeah, give it.
So is it shared over? Can we see it?
Yeah. Oh no, because this in theory shouldn't. Bristol. He's from Bristol. Okay.
Yeah. Says single bio, a thought-provoking song, which begins with thoughts of Derek's tasty snack, and winds up as a chaotic rant about chicken farms. It's a minimalist musical poem that shifts gears into double-barreled raunchy blues riffage. Artist bio, Eddie Mole is a highly regarded UK musician, writer and performer, originally from the northeast of England, but now based near Bristol in the southwest. The songs are about life, are distinctive, sometimes humorous and dark, and have been described as alt noir with shades of Nick Cave. Actually,
wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean
Nick Cave, yeah. Lou Reed, don't know about that. Tom Waits, not so much.
No.
Eddie says, I'm a storyteller and performs both solo with bandmates Pete Brownbridge. Brownbridge? Is that what? Yeah. I think the text seems really small.
Yeah, it's hard to read.
Yes, it is.
Hang on, and it's just telling you it's just telling you who plays what on what, right? The band's chemistry can be heard in recent singles, blah de blah de blah. Eddie plays bass in the spectacular live rock act Adam and the Hellcats, and is a founder member of the now defunct prog rockers, the Angry Badgers. He was also one of the UK's top pinball players. Who knew that was a thing?
Pinball.
So, what did we think? Was it a hit or was it a miss?
This way.
Sorry, I'm just investigating a little bit. Maybe this is unfair. Because I wanted his email. The email, it said he's like a renowned musician or something, right?
Mm-hmm. And you want to find out where?
Yeah.
By whom?
So I had a wee Google.
All right. Okay.
What I found was that all of the links were to like Facebook pages, band camps, all self-set up things, effectively. So I think Eddie Moley wants people. I'm so confused because it's a really stupid song, and I love that it's really stupid. And you're right though, like it does have this element of it that makes it feel sincere, like they're being like that. He thinks he's this renowned musician. I don't know if that's a joke or not. Because it's not
can't
true.
tell either. No, I can't tell either.
Like,
But the
I mean,
whole
I'm not saying it's 100% not true,
No, but
but
the
you don't
hell- the
have
whole-
an article.
The whole setup of, having the whole PR company thing, the whole blurb, the whole fill out a form. That's the first time I've seen that.
I've maybe just went too deeply into it. Becky wants us to move on. She's agreed it's a hit. Just came in.
I'm undecided. What
Yeah.
did you draw a conclusion about whether it was a hit or not?
I'd say it's a hit. It's not going on the radio.
I'm sorry.
It's
It
a
was-
myth.
It was
Oh, it's
was,
okay.
It was all right. It was enjoyable in a kind of let's have a laugh kind of way, but
I suppose it wasn't exactly Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny levels of
wouldn't-
laughter, you know?
I wouldn't go buy it. I wouldn't play it. I wouldn't put it on a Spotify playlist. I've heard it now, and I'll probably never listen to it ever again.
Yeah, I listen
Right.
to a lot of music that is like weird comedy music. That is legitimately music I would listen to all the time.
I do too. This
Yeah,
isn't one of them.
this isn't weird. It doesn't fit that brief. It's funny. But
Well,
it's
you're okay, Eddie. So thank you for sending in your track. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, but it's not a hit all round. But thank you for sending it in. Maybe
We
drop
got
the
one person
form.
that got hit on
maybe
the.
maybe drop the form shit because I very nearly didn't play it because of that.
maybe you click like no, because you said it was like the bigger button.
I
Is
clicked
it
the
chicken
button. It was like, yeah.
He says it's chicken hit. Yeah, it's another hit. Got 2 hits in the.
Well, at least
comments.
the people in the comment. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it, but it wasn't a hit for me.
That's fair. It's a different definition, isn't it?
Okay.
I wonder
All
where
right.
Chris Technician and Travel Buddy have went.
They're bored. They've got short attention span.
They
Chris
just wanted to
Technician,
talk
Chris
about their
Technician,
iPhone.
Chris Technician definitely has a low attention span. He's like in and out. Like I
Honestly.
don't know the other guy. I don't know the other guy. Jeez knows the other guy. All right.
To be fair, he's into metal. I'm fine with that.
Let's go back to
They'll
the
come and go. So
yeah. Okay. There's so many from the Shauna McLaren.
She must be like, is she a?
She's
What's
a
the word?
plugger, but I don't know, like, I don't think she's genre specific, and I don't think she ever listens to my show because she sends me weird shit that if anybody listens to my show knows that it would never get played on my show.
Yours is all very
Mhm.
80s moody stuff, innit? And that vibe.
There's a lot of synth. To be fair. Lee
Eleanor.
Jackson, Eleanor.
I like that sounds. That could be interesting.
This one?
Oh, nice and simple. This is when you get a virus. It's too simple, isn't it?
it's
You're
Spam
right.
email,
You're
yo.
right
Get out.
cheerful bugger, aren't you?
Spam email, get out.
Hey Helen, hope you are doing good. I'm all right, thanks for asking. This new single from Parker has released today. When was today? The 28th of August, so I'm a wee bit late with it.
That was during the Fringe.
Did you have a chance to take a listen just yet? If you missed it, here are key bits. What? Wait a minute, hang on. I think we did play these guys during the Fringe. Because there's a second email.
Hobbit.
Hang on.
They have a song called The Hobbit.
But I think we've played this, Eleanor, because... Okay. This is a second follow-up email. This email here is a follow-up email to this one here, and I think this one got played during the Fringe.
Parker, you must have played it on, like... You didn't play it... Did you... That would have been...
It was sent on the 22nd of August. I don't know when I would have played it, but I recognised it. I'm sure.
No, the Fringe finished the 26th, and this has an embargo until the 28th.
It says, well... No, I've obviously opened that email prior to this. It's sent to me on the 22nd of August.
You maybe looked at it, not played the song.
Right, let me... as soon as it opens, I'll know if I've heard it. Yeah.
Did it switch over? Nope. Oh, you're listening to it. Okay.
I've already played this on. We've already. We can do it again if you want to, because you weren't there. Do you want to vote on this? Do you want me to open it up and we'll vote on it? It's not a problem. But we definitely had an audience in for this, and they definitely had a.
I hope it was after the media embargo. Yeah, go on then. Ooh.
Don't come home, you're an astronaut. This is not a place for the free of thought. It's never really felt like home to me. Everybody told me that it wouldn't be the same 10 years later in the same damn place, watching the smile fall away from your face. This heaven is a place that we're meant to know. I don't wanna think about it, I just wanna go. When we were young, it was never so hard. Forget the street lights, we could sleep in the bar, saying my name in the back of your car. I remember Halloween, Christmas and fall, waiting by the phone so I could hear you call, scratching your name in the bedroom wall. Can it be the same as it was back then? Trying to be cool with all of your friends. I don't wanna think about it ever again. I'm not mad, and I think I'm just scared. Burning all the clothes that I used to wear. I'm burning all the clothes that I used to wear. Is this the life you thought you wanted?
All right.
Yeah,
So
you
who's
definitely
first?
played this. Yep,
Do you remember?
I remember it. Yeah,
So do you want to go first, Jeeves? Because who went first last time? I've completely forgotten
yeah,
who
she
went.
was. So
Okay, so you go first, Jeeves.
yeah, I actually liked it. I think when we commented
Don't
on.
don't 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 say what we gave it before.
Oh,
Don't
okay,
say what we voted before. We'll do that at the end. You
okay,
just give your opinion on listening to it.
okay. Well, it's like a pop punk song to me, pretty much like Sum 41 and like Green Day kind of style. Those kind of categories. I liked it. The guitar and everything, the vocals were great. Just everything was great. Where it's going from the big part to smaller part, it was pretty cool. Yeah, I liked it overall. Nothing much to say. It just sounds like other bands, pretty much. It's nothing unique, like to tell that this is them because it sounds like many other different bands that have already done this kind of style. And so I enjoy. I like pop punk stuff like this, like Green Day, Blink 182 kind of style. Like yeah, so that's me.
Cat,
Well, I'm just going to immediately disagree with you with the fact that you would call Green
you're
Day pop punk.
super quiet.
Sorry, that's my I'm losing my voice, but also potentially because it was moderately threatening. Because Green Day are my all-time favorite band. My, like, yeah, my ride or die. So, uh, yes, Green Day are punk rock. I wouldn't call them pop punk, though. Well, in a similar-ish sort of arena as like Sum 41. I think I don't know. I'll talk about the song instead of getting into the blooming pedanticness of genre picking. But yeah, I wrote down it's kind of emo indie. I had to write notes because I actually had a lot to say on this. So yeah, it's kind of emo indie, like in that kind of the Struts sort of way, that sort of like sort of thing happening at first, right? And I'm very into that vibe right now. It's very like pedal heavy, and like just like quite. I don't know. You could call it generic, but because it's got this emo boy sound to it, it makes it better. Um, but then it very suddenly breaks into like very poppy pop punk, like very poppy pop punk for a while. And it like was shocking and kind of surprising and didn't really fit. Then it had a bit that sounded very similar to like My Chemical Romance, who are not pop punk at all. And they're like maybe like I don't know. I don't know. They're emo.
Emo.
Yeah, they're as emo as it comes. Like all emo, alt emo, as opposed to like romantic emo, I suppose. Um, and which I really enjoyed. That was my favorite part of the song, is when it sounded like MCR. Then it was like into really light pop music. The rhythms and the rhymes were quite lame. It was a generally well produced song in terms of the format. Like I didn't mind how long it was and stuff, but not necessarily good for radio play. But the mix was quite rough. It wasn't particularly well mixed. And I did like the mix of like the spacey synth with the rock instrumentation, but I think it like switched genre too many times. And my last comment is that the whole time where it was going Eleanor, I was going Ballamore, over and over.
What's the story in Ballamore?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah, I heard
It's
that too.
honestly the Ballamore. It just kept doing it, and I was like, that doesn't hit for me. I feel like
I don't know if anyone else will understand that reference unless they're Scottish, because I don't know if that was played anywhere else. Like I don't know if that show
probably
was
not.
Yeah, it
shown
has.
anywhere else.
Okay,
Yeah.
That is so
I get
funny.
it.
Yeah, I think like the way it seems is like this band has all of the right investment from like a good producer and like but not like a good engineer, like they've maybe missed priorities, or maybe someone in the band is just very good at producing. I mean this by like structure standpoint, because it's underdeveloped because you have all this genre flipping in the one song. The band hasn't found its sound. They sound like other bands, like you said, and but it's also like the rhythm and the lyric structure of parts of it were really, really like immature development. So I feel almost like this band has a special talent of great production, but they don't know exactly where they're going in terms of their sound first, because a producer can't force a sound out of a band. That's
Okay, are you? I can't remember what I said during the Fringe about this band in terms of genre, or even about I can't remember what was discussed, right? Because the Fringe kind of I was going through the Fringe in a blur. A lot of it's a
Yeah.
blur, right? I would say more power pop than any kind of punk. I would say,
or pop.
trying to think what they're comparable to. More like Weezer than
Yeah, Sum 41's more
than the
ska.
bands that you were referencing, Jeeves. I almost think it doesn't matter what labels on them though. I think it almost doesn't matter what genre. I think there's too much of that. There's too much of trying to niche things into what genre is this, and then trying to because that restricts bands obviously from flourishing if they're kind of pigeonholed into a specific.
Yeah, like
label.
your sound can cross genres.
Aye.
But you need to know what your sound is.
Aye. I enjoyed it, and I don't have a lot to say about it. It did sound like a lot of other things. I think it's got a lot of potential, and I wish I could remember what I'd said at the Fringe, because it was probably much more eloquent and interesting than what I'm saying now. But if anybody wants to check out the replays, they can do that on twitch.tv/LeggyLady01. You will have to subscribe, $3.99, to watch the replays, but that's fine. You can go and do that and see what I had to say that was much more infinitely interesting than what I'm saying right now.
It's okay, I just talked for like 5 minutes on this song. I think they've heard it enough.
I think so too.
Sorry.
I know what I want to vote it though, and I know what I voted it. I remember what I voted it during the Fringe, but I don't have anything to say constructively because I feel like I've already done it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Me too.
So, what did we think? Was it a hit or was it a miss?
I'll give it this. Yep, it's a hit. That's
See,
what I give it the last time too.
I've given it a kind of in the middle where I
No, we
wouldn't.
can't do middle. It's one or
We
the
don't
other.
have middles, either hit
on,
or
Matthews.
Well, I
miss.
do. What?
No, we're not having it. Come on.
Fine. I will give it a hit then,
It's a
because
hit.
it
So it's
did make me feel quite a lot. It did make me feel, but I think that's because I'm such a loser for MCR.
So it's a hit all round. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Hang on. Are they called Parker?
Parker.
Yeah,
They're
when you say
Irish.
Chemical Romance, that's what they sounded like.
Congratulations,
Yeah, to me. And,
Parker. That's the second time you've been voted a hit all round, because if I remember correctly, the whole audience voted you a hit. And I might be speaking out of turn, but I think if I remember correctly, everybody voted you a hit the first time as well. So that's two hits all round.
Good band.
Right? For the same track. So well done.
Keep working on your sound, because you're good.
Thank you for sending your track in, and for chasing me up and sending me a second email and getting a second bite of the cherry.
Yeah.
A bunch of cancers, right?
Maybe
Nobody else gets away with that.
Maybe you said something in the French that they're like, okay, we need to send her a second.
Aye. Oh, by the way, did you listen to it, knowing full well that they already got a hit all round?
Right?
Yeah.
Greedy.
Yeah, we're on to you. Okay. So how many tracks has that been? 3?
That was
We've
3.
done 3. Okay.
We got one more.
So one more. All right.
My earring is just like pure.
I've no worn. Aye, and it's driving me mental.
I've not worn my big headphones in such a long time that I'm like, for this long a period. My ears
I'm sorry.
It's just
making you suffer for your art.
I know.
Suffer for your art.
Okay.
I'm used to it. I wear headphones all the time.
Yeah, at a certain point your ears become like numb to it, but like mine are not there right now. Also, these are not.
I used to wear overhead heads, and then I've moved to these monitor style ones, which are way better. But I do want to one day get a custom one.
I was going to say, are those the ones that are
Custom
molded
mates.
to your ears? That's what I was going to ask you.
Who, me?
Yeah, are those the ones that are like to make a mold of your ear?
No, they're normal in-ear monitors, but I want to make one for myself. with my logo on it because I use it so much for in-ear monitors on stage and DJing and all that.
Okay, I think I found one. Hang on, let me close this off so I know what I'm doing. I thought I was sharing my screen. I'm not even sharing it. Look at that. I'm scrolling through things, waiting for some kind of feedback, and I'm wondering why you're so quiet, and it's because I forgot to share the screen because I'm daft. Okay, so Scottish TV Gold says that was good, and Vicky says she liked it as well, that last track.
That's a hit.
Okay, so we probably should have read the email about it, but I feel like that band have been.
And it was really
Already.
I feel like they were voted twice. Like they've already. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like they've got quite a lot of airtime.
Yes.
All right.
What's Cockatoo Twins Vanguard?
That's what I was just about to open.
Cockatoo.
There's too many words for it not to like catch me.
Absolutely. Okay. Do you know what? Do you know what we want?
Skip
we want
past
to-
That's a lot
we're
of
trying to
writing.
find- We're trying to find.
There's
This is why I
so
hate PR
much.
companies, Jeeves. This is why I
Oh.
hate PR companies.
I
Let's
think it's
find
under the
track.
first big picture.
No, wait a minute. Let's find the track and listen to it, and then go back and read the emails. Remember? That's what we're
no,
going to do.
how could you even like? I missed the download the EP bit, or is that the press kit?
Hang on, wait a minute. What are we seeing? Okay, hang on. See, I'm on a different
I'm seeing the
screen.
email.
That's still sharing that one, right?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't jump over when I've pressed something. It doesn't jump over with me. Okay. Atlas EP. I don't want the whole EP though. I just want one track. Do I have to open a whole EP? Can I not just have one track?
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
There
we
we
get to
go.
pick one of these songs.
Yes. Can you see that? Has it jumped
Yes.
over?
Yes.
Excellent.
I mean, you
Wonderful.
should pick the title track technically, shouldn't you?
I was thinking that Atlas first track. Shall we do that?
Sure.
That's the one they've deemed as the most important.
Let me know if we've got sound. Okay, that was short and sweet. Who's going first? Kat, is it your turn?
Yeah, it's cats.
I don't have very much to say on it because it was just quite like ethereal, trippy, minimalist. It was nice. It's chilled me out. Like I'll go to bed and have a nice, relaxed, like meditative sleep. Yeah, I don't know why you would submit that for radio because I just don't feel like it would get played. But you know, Jean-Michel Jarre Oxygen got played, and these things do happen. I felt like it sounds a lot like my kind of forest bathing music that I listen to. And there's a lot of that stuff out there. It's not that difficult to produce. It's nice. It's lovely. I thoroughly enjoy it. It's a hit. It's given me good vibes. But yeah, it's music, not music.
That's fair. I'm wondering if, because it's the first track, that's what he's opened up with. Like, I wonder if the other stuff is quite so mellow, or do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was
Like,
gonna ask if there's like lyrics in other music or
I've
not.
no idea. I don't know.
It did
We
say
could
soundscapes on the email though, didn't it?
Well, I deliberately didn't read. You weren't supposed to read the email. I deliberately didn't read the email. We're meant to go back and read the email afterwards.
It was in the headline.
But we're trying to not do that.
I tried.
Go no day that.
Sorry. Oh,
Yeah, shall we check the other tracks and see if there's any lyrics or
case-
anything other than this? Because this could be like something going into a track, right? Because
It
most
could
people do
be.
that in the album.
Also, I suspect that. I mean, Cocteau Twins. She was the vocalist, right? And if it's just him out on his own, it might all be instrumentals because he was like the music guy and she was
Yeah,
the.
yeah, of course.
Do you know what I mean?
Look at the email. See what the email says.
No, we just randomly pick another track because that
Yeah.
was only like a couple of minutes long, so we can pick another. We've got time for another one, right? There's Metropole, Without a Word, or Le Peregrina. I thought that was a type of water, but
Like San Pellegrino.
Yeah, like an energy drink or like
that was a really bad joke. I'm sorry.
No,
or like an
I
IV drink, water
thought
IV.
San Pellegrino when I saw it as well.
Could be some sort of green drink.
Yeah.
So what will we do? Will we just go the second track just to keep
Go
it
on then.
simple?
Yeah, just random.
Okay.
What's the follow-up?
Why won't it play? What's going on? There we go.
You haven't switched, so
Oh, is it not switched?
No.
For fuck's sake. Hang on.
there we go.
This is shorter. This is an EP. This is an SP. Short. It's condensed. A CD.
Okay, before you give your opinion, this sounds to me like it's meant to be like a soundtrack for something. Like it doesn't sound like because it's too much same of a sameness, right? I know that they're all like atmospheric tracks, but it sounds like it's been. We'll read the email, but it sounds like it's been produced for some kind of soundtrack for something.
So
Or it
what?
could be I feel like it's like meditation music or something, or it's like for like those machines that you have in your bed or whatever, or you want to go to bed and you want to
White
listen
noise
to
machine.
something like that, like
Yeah,
ambience, like water noise or whatever.
but it's not as simple as that. Like I say, like that one, that last track was much more jangly guitar.
Yeah,
Like
more yeah,
it's like it's
dynamic.
trying to evoke something, but it sounds like there should be imagery alongside it. Whereas those
Yeah,
meditation things are just like white noise. It's just like
yeah,
Well, no.
you know what I mean?
So the word that clued me up was that it said soundscapes, right? So this is what I did my dissertation at uni on, and it's about um, types of audio that utilize either or types of music that utilize like music concrete or um, like abstract use of instruments. And I've written lots of music like this, where it's that sounded really wanky. I didn't mean to sound like that. Where like you use the instrument in a way it's not supposed to be used. Like you like scraping your pick along the guitar string makes this weird kind of scratchy noise that like you can tune while you're playing the guitar. You record it. Oh, that's because it's 1 o'clock in the morning. That's my Alexa device has turned everything off. Alexa, turn on the studio. Plunged in
Little hint.
darkness.
yeah.
Get
You
to
have that
bed.
timer.
Alexa, turn off the studio light and turn off the studio lamp. Sorry, get my Alexa alerts. So
That's funny.
I was so deeply in that explanation as well. Yeah, so yeah, it makes this nice kind of like haunting but tuned sound. Um, and there's different levels of it. It gets very, very complex at one end. It gets very, very abstract at another end, and it gets very, very musical and
Yeah,
not as much like it at another end. Um, and so it's the sort of verging on one side of it, it's really quite extreme, and it's all, you use the whistle of a train to uh, create a bunch of different, um, like a bunch of different frequencies that makes builds up to a different
yeah.
sound, and it's all very the using the sound
Spatial,
around you.
yeah, very
Yeah,
spatial.
Yeah.
yeah, very spatial. And then
Um,
on the other side of it, you've got like more meditative sound bath, forest bathing kind of stuff, which that I would say does fit into that category, even though they've made it sound very Pink Floyd-esque. It's very
mhm.
influenced by that, which is
Oh
why I
yeah, yeah,
enjoy
yeah.
it. It's good. It's all like traditional
Yeah.
rock instruments doing this meditative stuff. But the reason why I wouldn't say it goes into the music category of that is because when you do that stuff, it is taking a combination of both of those things and then applying musical technique to it that
Right.
makes it more complex and layered. And
Yeah,
so that turns it into music as opposed to like a soundscape on its own kind of thing. So you've
of
kind of got
course.
sound bath, soundscape, like sound music,
Yeah.
noise music is what you would call it. Sorry. So that's,
Mhm.
yeah, that's kind of what I think this is. So I do think it's a bit odd for the radio, but I do think it's nice and good.
Yeah, it's something you listen in your own time and just relax to
Well,
it.
when I
It's
heard the
fun.
first track, I thought it was like a bringing it into something
More, yeah.
else. Do you know what I mean? Like I thought it was like a toe in the water. Some albums do that. Or open with an instrumental before it, but it sounds like it's going to be a series of songs that are of the same ilk, which is what we wanted to know. So by playing the second track, we kind of know that now. Right. So what did you think then, Jeeves?
I think it was pretty good. I liked it. The first track, when I was listening to it, I kind of wanted to see if there was any dynamics to it, but the second one actually like brought in some dynamics to it, which was kind of cool. I liked it. It actually, like, if listening to this kind of stuff, I think it makes you like more calmer and like makes you forget about every problems you have or anything like, stress in your life or whatever. Just like puts you in a mode. Just gives you, and you're trying to like make pictures in your head, imagery to go with you know, the music. And that's what my brain was doing the whole time, like trying to come up with a storyline or something in my head while the music was going, which I liked. Pretty cool.
But that's what I'm saying. It
That's my
sounded
take.
like it was a soundtrack to something rather than
Yeah.
what you're saying about like a soundscape. I mean, that is. I feel like that's a totally different. I know you're explaining it in terms of how you're explaining it to me. When you say soundscape, I'm thinking of the work that Vince Clarke does with Illustrious and Martin Ware from Heaven 17. Like they have big sort of installations that are using 365 degree sound, big soundscape. I
Yeah.
know what you're that this sounds to me more like it's been produced to be the soundtrack to something.
Yeah.
you know um
Some
that's why
people do the
I'm
sand
definitely
art
going to go
and then
back
they
and I'm
have music playing to the
going to go
sand
back
art.
and read the email, because I do feel like it belongs, like it sounds like it belongs to something else rather than just in of itself.
Yeah.
I know I'm not explaining that very well. I ran out of coffee, so my brain's like.
It's also
I'm so curious to read the actual email to see what
Yes,
actually
we are
he is.
live, Richard Hawkins. Decent tracks, definitely like something that would appear on one of my chill out albums. Yeah, but
Right?
it doesn't just feel like synth pads for the sake of synth pads. That's what I'm saying. It sounds like it's trying to evoke something. It feels like it belongs to a soundtrack for something. Do you understand what I mean?
Verges
Yeah.
on it. I
do.
wouldn't say like
Certainly the
it's-
second track. Certainly the second.
Yeah, the second track definitely did it more. I wouldn't say that it has like the kind of tone poem-ness that would make it cinematic. Like, I don't think it's complex and divergent enough to
Let's
be
see if
like
we
that.
see if we can make this bigger, because this thing's quite small.
It didn't, because the thing is, for you guys, it's evoked a lot of imagery. For me, it kind of does the opposite of that. I feel like it kind of invokes absolutely zero imagery, and you're almost in like an empty space, hearing the purity of the sound.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. The first track for that was more like that for me, but the second track sounded like it belonged to something. Do you know what I mean?
I
Like,
did keep getting like Pink Floyd vibes of like
yes,
dum 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 dum. I keep singing that, but I can't think of what it is. But that's just like the first 30 seconds of something, you know.
yeah. Shall we read this?
Let's go on.
Celebrated Scottish songsmith Robin Guthrie presents his new Atlas EP with the 4 newly recorded instrumentals. So we never read that part. That grace the listener with his ever-present signature sound and atmosphere. Nearly 45 years since founding legendary dream pop band Cocteau Twins, Guthrie has been its most prolific member, offering a steady and stellar stream of material with a production style and signature guitar sounds that have shaped multiple genres and generations. This is Guthrie's first significant release since 2021's Pearl Diving, which marked the end of a 9-year hiatus, returning for an intensive year of releases that also included 3 EPs, Mockingbird Love, Riviera, and Springtime. Guthrie shares, I got travelling again after the pandemic, and that's always a source of inspiration for me. I absorb a lot and get most creative when I have travelled. As for the title Atlas, I found an old radio which was struck with how many of the places on the dial no longer existed. I was attracted to the romantic notion that these places were very far away, not only in distance, but now in time as well. The world seems a smaller and more familiar place nowadays.
See, that takes it more over to like soundscape and less sound bath. By the description, it's more art form. But
Yeah, exactly. So he's imagining something and writing this. See, that's what I mean. He's got a picture already, like he's just described.
So they've
no, I
there's-
wouldn't say that's a picture as such as a concept.
when we scroll down, there's this email's been duplicated, and then there's more at the bottom of that as well.
Article.
In this, where is it? Okay. Seems a more familiar place nowadays. We read that bit, and then Guthrie's approach to music seems akin to that of a painter or photographer.
Please try again.
Nobody's talking to you, Siri. Shut up.
What's it with all
My
the
Google does that all the time, so don't worry.
Guthrie's approach to music seems akin to that of a painter or photographer. The adept use of light and shade, melody and counter melody, the carefully and precisely arranged instrumentation, musical textures and colourings gives his music a depth and level of detail which marks a master craftsman. In his time, Guthrie's output includes film soundtracks and collaborated with many outstanding people. The latest impactful release happening in 2021's Another Flower with Harold Budd, released a few days before Budd's untimely passing. That's cheerful. They had also jointly composed the film scores, and then there's a list, as he mentions, John Fox.
Oh, so he is a composer for film.
There tends to be a lot of crossover between these things.
Yeah.
And you can dip in and out. This seems more artistic in construction, I guess.
Yeah, he's a film.
And then they're talking about who's produced and remixed as well.
So we were right about, picturing and stuff. So he did mention that.
I just feel like the second track belongs like it belongs to something else other than of itself.
Like he said,
definitely had more, and I could see it building. If maybe the third one built again, and then the fourth one built again, like to create a complete image. You might be able to look back at it when you've listened to the four and been like, okay, that sounds like the four corners of the earth kind of thing, or like the way that the Four Seasons sounds like the Four Seasons, and like it's only when you have it in a complete
picture, listening to all four tracks.
All four.
Maybe that would make sense.
So it was like we did get another piece of the puzzle when we got the next one along,
Yeah, after the first one. Yeah. So I think it's a hit. I would listen to this.
I feel like I didn't even give my opinion on it. We were just kind of like, I was just chiming into your, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned Jean-Michel Jarre's Oxygen. I'm like, well, that was a lot more upbeat and danceable than this. Not even remotely, but I love Jean-Michel Jarre and I love all his stuff. So, yeah, I would totally listen to this. I don't think I'd play it on Helen's mixtape though. Like, I don't think I'd play it on mixtape. It's too... There's nothing else that would stand alongside it.
It's too zony. That's the thing. It like zones you out. You don't. It's like music. You kind of want to bring you to the forefront of your feelings, whatever they are, good.
This is when you had a long day and you wanted to just relax.
Unless I could connect it, unless I could use it to connect two tracks, unless I could use it to connect to two other tracks, I don't think I'd
walk it music.
But I would definitely listen to it. I would sit and listen to it myself. I just wouldn't put it on mixtape. I don't think it would. I think it would stand out too much.
Yeah, it's about being radio playable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still going to give it a hit because I like it as a thing.
Should we vote? Is it a hit or a miss?
I'm a hit. Oh, right here.
It's a hit.
It was a hit for me.
All hits. What's going on?
It was a hit for me. Yeah. Even though I wouldn't play it on the radio. You loved Oxygen and hated Equinox. Oh no, there were some good tracks on Equinox. A lot of people didn't like the Waiting for Cousteau album, but I thought there were some cracking tracks on that. Anyways. We've had our 4 tracks.
Five
tracks. 5 and a bit.
5 tracks, actually.
Far more than we managed at the Fringe. So.
Oh, hell, yeah. Well, we usually started half an hour late every time,
right? You guys had time crunch.
The thing is, we're not bound by time here. We can, you know what I mean? Like, we usually do 4 tracks and we're usually wrapped up before now, but, we have gone over a bit. But at the Fringe, you don't even have that as an option. You're like, I need to be done by such and such. Those lunatics that are crazy are coming in after me, that are ready to yell in my face again and start, screaming and yelling at me. So, yeah, let's get wrapped up quick.
Yeah, I hope you're there in Australia hearing us say this.
Say that again?
I said, I hope you're sitting watching this in Australia.
Right?
Says, you can't do anything.
No, she's too busy complaining that the Fringe haven't paid her yet. Anyway.
No.
What was I saying? So, let's just quickly go round. There's only 2 of you, but you know what I mean. And tell everybody where they can find you and all the gubbins and, all that thing. Let me find my... Who's going first?
Goblins.
My gubbins. Jeeves, do you want to go first? Because
Sure.
I should be able. I don't know, I'm trying to find everybody's bits and pieces. I've got a whole list.
Yeah, the layout has changed on
Yeah, and I've got all these extra people's things that I didn't
yeah.
have before. Hang on, wait a minute. You're not. Wait,
I'm not
sorry, hang
Twitch.
on.
It's just
Hang
not
on.
Twitch.
There you go. It's yeah,
Twix.
there we go.
All right, I'm Jeeves, aka Mr. Twix. I'm a DJ, sound engineer, a drummer, a sound mixer, a live sound engineer, videographer, photographer, all that aspect. I do all that, and you can find me on Twitch, Mr_Twix. I do 3 times a week, DJ set, and a bunch of other things. So
And
yeah,
Twix, and I say this every
and
time,
that's
but
me.
Twix is spelt TWIXXZ because it's awkward. It's not
Mhm.
spelt like Twix, so it's that just
Twix XXZ.
XXZ. Okay, dokie.
Just fell off
Hang
the
on,
keyboard.
I need to take this. Bloody hell! Right, hang on. There we go. Right, Kat.
It's me. I'm Kat. I'm Kat Powell. That's me. My name is also Katie, but it's Kat Powell when I do comedy. Yeah. What is there? So I do stand-up comedy. I have a podcast. It's called the Out on the Limb podcast, where we talk about comedy and the arts and much, much more. I am also a video editor, graphic designer. So you can come to me for any of your artsy needs. You can find me at K Powell Media, so like K Powell Media, which isn't there.
I didn't have that one, you
No,
swine.
I never told you that one. I suppose I should promote it anyway.
Send that to me so that I can add that to the list of
Yeah.
things.
So it can, my 3 social medias, as if there's not enough. Yeah, that's me. That's what I do. I have sent it to you. I do have a background in music as well. I did audio engineering. I just don't do it very often anymore. And I have a guitar behind me, so I must do music. And my own microphone, and it's a dynamic one. So
That's the giveaway. The giveaway is the guitar on the wall in the background. Is that you? Have you said what you need to
yeah,
say?
that'll do. That's fine.
No. I'm hoping that Kat will be able to be around, on this. It's so fucking cool that she was part of the Fringe and has decided to, be part of the online version. I actually wanted to do a giveaway today. I expected there to be more people in the audience, though. I expected there to be more people in the chat. Quite disappointed that it's quieter than normal.
Right.
It is the 2nd anniversary of Jukebox Jury, pretty much almost to the exact day. The 23rd of September 2022 was the first one. So I was going to give away one of the 12-inch framed. In fact, you know what? We'll do 2. Hang on. Wait a minute. Yeah. I've got a 12-inch fuck. My ring lights.
Yeah, you can see the ring light on there, but it's okay.
Hang on. Wait a minute. Get your angles right, Helen. There we go. We've got a 12. There's a lot of dust on it because it's been sitting at the top of my desk. But it says jukeboxjury.info here, and it says Edinburgh Festival Fringe 2024. There's a 12-inch one and there's a 7-inch one. And what we'll do is you can pick whether you want a 12-inch one or a 7-inch one. So here's the question, okay? Here's the first question. There's 2 questions because we're going doing 2 giveaways, right? I've dropped my coffee bean. Fuck's sake. Hang on. Let me get myself sorted. All right. So
you're good now.
First question. And it's the person who answers it correctly first in the comments wins one of them. Whether you want a 12-inch or a 7-inch, you let me know. Just message me.
Listen up, everybody.
Send me your address and I'll send it to you. First question is, Kat was part of the Edinburgh Fringe Jukebox Jury, but how many times did she appear? And she told you at the start, okay? She told you at the start of the broadcast. So if anybody has the answer, how many times did Kat appear at the Fringe Festival?
I love
We'll
that
send you one of
animation.
the discs. You can pick whether you want a 7-inch or a 12-inch disc. So quick, fastest finger first. Get yourself into the chitty chats.
Just put
How
any
many
number. Come
times
on,
did Kat
guys.
appear live at the Fringe Festival for Jukebox Jury?
I've just dropped onto your website a second.
Congratulations, Richard Hawkins. You're the first one in with the answer. That is the correct answer. She was at the Edinburgh Fringe 3 times. Drop me a DM. Where are you in from? You're in from YouTube, so you can't whisper me on
Twitch.
Excuse me, you can't whisper me on Twitch. Can you DM me on Instagram and send me your address and I'll get that sent to you. Let me know whether you want a 7-inch or a 12-inch. I'll show you what the 7-inch one looks like. There's actually 2 colours. You can pick a colour if you want a 7-inch one. See that? We're all very artsy-fartsy. We've got a light wood one or we've got a black one. That's a 7-inchers or there's the 12-inch. You message me and let me know whether you want a 7-inch or a 12-inch. Oh my. And
It
what
is so
colour and send me your
Ermine.
address.
Okay, you said it that way.
Second question. Okay, so there's a second chance for someone else. Not Richard. You can't answer twice, Richard. You can only have one. Okay. Other people in the chat. All right. You can,
Yes,
but I'm not
I can.
sending
No,
you
you
two.
can't.
You greedy bugger.
So you just won't get it.
We had a guest during the Edinburgh Fringe Festival who was the manager of a famous band in the 80s. What was the name of the band? Guy's
Scott,
name
you
was
should
Bruce
get
Finlay.
this.
Which band did he manage in the 80s?
Pretty sure I just saw this on the website.
I come from a time when the 7-inch was a thing. Listen, nobody should be complaining about a 7-inch. Do you know what I'm saying? You should be quite happy with that.
It's pretty satisfying, yeah.
I'm not coming from the one guy over here.
Anybody know? I'll repeat the
Scott,
question.
I
Bruce
know
Finlay
you should know this.
was a guest on Jukebox Jury during the Edinburgh Fringe. Which band did he manage in the 80s? First person with the right answer, I'll send you a disc.
I feel like we should have a dun 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 dun.
Nobody knows the answer.
Oh,
Close.
I knew Scottish would get it close. Alan's dying over there.
Come
No.
on, type it properly. Scottish TV Gold. Don't be a smart ass.
Play the game.
Dun 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 dun.
Have you two muted your mics? I don't hear you.
Oh god, I've just
I'm
realised
talking in the mic.
Villain.
She can't hear us. Oh no.
Have I lost sound?
Oh
Yes,
my.
you did. Dun dun dun. I'm talking. Can you hear me, Kat?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay. Okay, Helen's the only person then.
Hello? Jeeves, are you speaking as well?
Yes, I'm speaking.
Your mic?
She's all alone.
She's
no one
all
here
alone in Simple
beside
Minds.
her.
Yes, Simple
Whatever.
Minds. Woo, I think he got it. Simple
something.
Minds. Hello, hala, 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 hala.
I'm not
I
hearing
am-
you guys. What the
I am
fuck's going
saying
on?
something.
Can they
If I could say anything I
Kat and
want.
Jeeves?
I could hear. I'm talking. I'm talking.
I feel like they're playing a trick on me. I think they're taking the piss. It was
No.
Simple Minds Scottish TV Gold. Congratulations. You're also on YouTube, so I don't know the best way for you to contact me. Probably DM me on Instagram. Let me know if you want a 12-inch or a 7-inch. If you want a 7-inch, what colour you want, and send me your address. I'll get that posted out to you. What's going on with the sound? I want to know if other people can hear Kat and Jeeves or if it's just my issue.
I am talking. Hello. Can you guys hear me in the chat, y'all?
Well, I can hear you.
Hang on, let me fiddle with my desk.
Helen, we can hear you.
My audio desk. Something's going fucking.
I was going to write that, but you.
I'm not
can do
hearing
that.
shit.
So we
You
all
hear me, and that's
Okay.
great. But how the fuck do I not hear you?
I don't know.
just
Everybody in the chat can hear all of three of us.
I don't know what to do. There's nothing I can do. I don't.
She
Look, the
probably
comment
pulled
section
something when she was
type out
doing the
what
thing.
they're saying. I'll just pretend you. I'll just.
Just pretend.
We're
It's
going to
fine.
wrap it up anyway.
Your
We're gonna wrap
audio
it
is
up
not coming
anyway.
out, but your
Um,
input is
God,
coming
that's so
in.
annoying. Just at the tail end, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Thank you both for being fabulous as always and coming in. Thank you, audience members.
Read lips. Read lips.
I'm going to very
Lips,
quickly play
read
out with
read
a little
lips.
video that I made, just kind of with some clips of the past 2 years. Feel free to stick around and watch it if you want to. It's about 5 minutes long, roughly. You can bugger off if you don't want to stick around. That's fine too. Thank you all for tuning in and keeping us company. If you are a musician, I should probably do this part. If you are a musician and you want to potentially have your music played, you should send me an email to radio@helenwallace.co.uk. Keep it simple, couple of lines, and just attach the file. Don't make it complicated or awkward or annoying to read or like 10 pages long. We don't need any of that shit. Okay? Thank you so much. And that's fine. I'm just going to quickly just share this out. If I remember where to put it. Cheerio, bye, ta-ta.
Bye-bye.
I ask you, please, now to tell us whether you think it will be a hit or a miss. 2 misses, 3 misses.
Well, it depends, doesn't it? It's going to be a hit anyway.
I get so many submissions from people who want to have their song played on the radio. And I can't play them all. So, back in the day, there used to be a program on TV called Jukebox Jury, and it would be a panel of people, and they would listen to a new release, and they would tell you whether it was going to be a hit or a miss. They'd have a paddle, and they would talk about, they'd listen to the clip, and they would talk about it, and they would say whether it was going to be a hit or a miss, right?
Right.
And I was thinking of launching my version of Jukebox Jury,
Ooh, that would
listening to the
fun.
emails.
Oh my
And it would be
god.
the reason it would be a good thing is because even the people who weren't actually getting played on Helen's mixtape would
Yeah.
still get played somewhere. They'd be played on my version of Jukebox Jury. Shall I go first with the first comment straight in, out the gate?
Yeah.
Needs more
Sure.
cowbell.
Yeah, with it.
Pawns?
Crap wham, I would describe that as.
Crap wham.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy that at all. I
Yeah,
wasn't
I
into
thought
it.
so.
Sorry.
And it was a hit for me as well.
Yeah,
I
it's a
liked
hit.
it. I can
It's a good
totally
song.
I can totally see me playing this on Helen.
Do it.
You know, I was gonna
And it was, and it was, and it was go on.
I was gonna say what Rick just said, repetitive. Nowadays, the music in the music industry, the kids and the young generation like that repetitive thing, you know, like
Yeah.
over and over and over again. Us, we
Big
grew
club
up in a,
influences.
That's it. This way. Okay.
nice.
I think it's a,
Give me a
was-
second.
I think it's a hit. Right. So, was it a hit or a miss?
Oh, there we go.
Ta-da! Congratulations to... I'm sorry, I've completely forgotten the name of the band already.
Damn, Helen.
Velvet Air, the Velvet Air. Congratulations, Velvet Air.
Hold on, let me- there we go.
So well done, Rusty Egan.
Well done.
Congratulations. It's a hit all round.
How long was that?
I'm gonna give it the old nonsensical.
Why does yours have T? Oh,
It's back to front. Congratulations, Breathe of My Leaves is a hit all round. Well done. Ta-da! It's a hit all round. Congratulations. Psychoelectric. Congratulations. A hit all round. I would clap at this point, but I'm trying to balance my headphones on my ear.
Dear me. It was a weird song, wasn't it? Especially when it changed halfway through. I thought you'd actually it's been a different song. It sounded like a 10-year-old in Christmas Day getting his first Casio. It was like as if the guy was hitting every single button on his keyboard, trying to make a tune, and then halfway through it, he hits the mute button. I don't know. I didn't get it at all. It sounded as if it was an early Howard Jones learning how to play his keyboard.
Wow.
But it's not for me at all. I didn't like it.
Jeff says it's Ross from
It's Ross from Friends. Yes, that's totally true. Yes, Jeff. Yes, Jeff.
Hello, Helen. Well, hello. My name is Rob Stewart. I am the producer and synth guru from the band Slave to the Square Wave. Listen, if you're going to call yourself a guru, you know you better be good. All right. I'm just.
It's ahead.
Congratulations, Inoxidables. Inoxid.
Wow, that last one. I remember that one.
That was you. You filmed that. You took that in the.
I know.
And I couldn't find it. I had to screen record it off of Instagram because I couldn't find where you'd sent me it.
Oh, I did send you that one. Yeah, I sent you a couple of photos.
You did. That's us, folks. We're going to love you and leave you. Kat, thanks for sticking around. I expected you to disappear because your Alexa was telling you that it was bedtime.
I'm so tired. What did I say? I said I'd be a big baby if I had to be awake at 1 in the morning.
You've done so well. It won't be so long next time. We'll keep it to an hour.
Oh, like I say, I can't record a podcast the right length either. They're always like 2 hours.
Yeah. We'll have to try and stick to the formula and keep it to 4 tracks. Right. We're out. We're off. We're cheerio. We're going. Bye. Bye, everyone. Thanks for being here.
See you.